Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, November 2nd, 2018, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I said yesterday in my video that all I wanted today to have happen is not have one of those crazy freaking Fridays. And guess what happened? We had a crazy freaking Friday, and we really got gas. We had positive $21,000 on the close yesterday. I was looking forward to taking some really fine profits today. And instead, if you can believe we closed out with negative 5,200. So we went from $21,000 positive to negative 5,200. Now, I'm going to tell you, this isn't all totally horrible. We had $28,000 in positive closed out trades. The problem is we had $33,000 in negative trades, and we were blindsided by two outliers, and I'm going to show those to you in a second. And I really can't blame that on the overall market. I mean, it happens. I didn't expect it to happen. It can happen, but those losses, those big losses, are not really tied to where the overall stock market is going. And I'm still pretty pleased with how the overall stock market is going. So let's just say we got blindsided. Here's the Dow. This morning they came out with one of the best job reports of all time, and that pushed the Dow up. And normally that would be helpful to us, but as I say, we had these two outliers in the portfolio that just killed us. But once the stocks jumped up here on the open, the profit takers came in and sold pretty hard. The Dow went down, went negative, then did come back. Officially, it's down 110. Now, that's nothing. We had three big up days here, and it's not surprising at all that the Dow took a rest day today and pulled back a little. This is not a dangerous pattern so far. So I'm still saying back here, these lows are still holding as the low for the current correction. What I would love to see on Monday is this thing turns around, comes out and takes out these highs that it made early this morning. That would really be confirmation that we're on the right track. But hey, I am not going to get too far out on a limb predicting what this market's going to do, but I am still holding to the idea that this is the low for the correction. It certainly wasn't refuted by today's overall action. Okay, so oh, by the way, we got into four new positions. Yeah, we got them on the pop-up right near the open, and of course it went against us all day. So we have four positions, one positive, three negative, and we're down $7,100 in open trade equity going over the weekend. Yeah, really disappointing day. I'm going to show you what caused this. We had two outliers in here. I'll show you the first one. This is GoPro, and we had bought GoPro close to the middle of the day yesterday. It closed with a profit, and then earnings report came out today against us, and you can see here it just fell like a brick on the open, and we were stopped out there with a $10,000 loss in GoPro. Well, we probably could have sustained that, because after all, to remind you, we did have $28,000 in winning trades. Fortunately, this wasn't the only stock that did this. We had another one. This is a biotech stock. Advarium Biotechnologies. And I'm going to try and avoid going on a rant about biotech stocks and how they can do this. But we had bought this middle of the day. It closed with I think a $400 profit on the close yesterday. And then after the close, they come out with one of their stupid reports on testing some drug or treatment or something, and the thing drops like 36% this on the open this morning. That sucker, big loss, $16,000 loss right there. So between these two outlier stocks, we lost over $26,000, and it's actually pretty amazing that we got out of the day with only $5,000 loss when we have two of these in the portfolio. And I just want to kick one more up here. This is a stock we were not in. I repeat, we were not in this stock, but this is another biotech. This was Puma Biotechnology. Thank God somehow we didn't get into this yesterday. But this sucker opens up down over 50% loss. And I assume that's an earnings report. I don't know. You never know about the biotechs. But the problem with the biotechs, and I will avoid my rant on this, but there are biotech companies out there that don't really make any money selling drugs or treatments. Their CEOs and the insiders, what they do is they buy and sell their own shares, and they manipulate the release of information so that they're selling everything up here, and then they do this. They might do this once a year, but then of course when they knock it down like this, they buy all that stock back and then pump it for the rest of the year. They just make tons of money manipulating the stock prices, and the company really doesn't have too much to do with actual drug or treatment. And there's several of these, and I even got into internet fight with one of those companies a couple years ago because it was so obvious what they were doing, and they were kind of a little bit afraid of me because I have a small but rather loud internet voice, and they didn't like what I was saying. But anyway, watch out for these, and I wish I could keep them out of the portfolio, but they sneak in there sometimes. Okay, again, we weren't in this stock, but we could have been. It wouldn't have taken much more movement on this price movement yesterday to have gotten us in on this, and we would have been just wiped out on this move. Regardless of those big losses, we still had $28,000 in winning trades, and I will show you the best of those just to show you, yeah, we did have some good trades. This is such a beautiful trade. This is Celsci Corporation, and we had bought this 2 days ago. about the first hour. It had closed very nicely in our favor. Yesterday it really had a good run, so we stayed in for a third day, and it pops up again today on the third day on Freaky Friday. It still popped up there, and we got out of this almost at the very top of the market with 10 grand in profit. And so, in spite of these horrible outlier trades, we had some good trades. We did actually take $28,000 in profits. It's just it wasn't enough to offset those horrible two trades we had. So that's my rant. I don't know what else to say. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will be back here on Monday.